Today we're taking humbled canned soup from Progresso Lentil to Campbell's Tomato, and we're transforming them into rich, restaurant-worthy bowls with vibrant garnishes, spiced infusions, and gourmet sides. Did someone say banana bread croutons? Oh yes. Brown butter and bacon? Most definitely. Welcome to the Food Glow Up, where we take everyday ingredients and turn them into shelf-level comfort food with serious flavor. Stick around to see me glow these store-bought soups all the way up. All right, so I'm in the section that a lot of people come to grab their soup. That's the canned soup aisle. Now, normally people would just throw it in a pot or microwave and just have some dry bread with it, but I think we can do a little bit better. I'm grabbing the Campbell's Tomato Soup and the Progresso Lentil Soup. So let's see if we can take this from just okay to amazing. Almost like I made it from scratch. Let's go. Let me just give it a quick taste. Okay, it tastes like lentils. That's the base I'm getting, but I definitely feel like we could up the flavor profile of the entire soup, make it a little bit more intriguing, a little bit more memorable, so it's not just lentil and water. So stay tuned to see what we do to this baby to jazz it up. I start with the heart of the glow up, a silky coconut herb cream. Finely chopped fresh cilantro goes in first. It smells so clean, like the earth after rain. Then in with the escallion, diced fine, bright and sharp, and stirred into thick coconut cream. It's simple, but already the aroma is soft and tropical, whispering promises of richness. But now, my favorite part. I grab my blowtorch. I sprinkle in sweetened coconut flakes and torch them gently. They sizzle, crackle, and catch fire in the most dramatic way. I blow them out quickly, the flames disappearing into a trail of warm smoke. I toss the flakes, letting them brown unevenly until they're golden with charred edges. What I'm left with is something primal. Roasted, crunchy coconut with a scent that dances between toasted sugar and tropical warmth. Next, some chopped bacon. Smoky, fatty, salty. I'll show you exactly what that's for in a minute. In a saucepan, I heat oil and saute finely diced yellow onions until they glisten. Crushed ginger joins the onions, followed by little flecks of Scotch bonnet. Then a fresh sprig of thyme, and finally some crushed garlic. And now that half tin of Progresso Lentil Soup. We're not cooking, just warming through. The peas are already soft, so it's all about building flavor. A touch of salt, a pinch of MSG. Then I pluck out the thyme, because now it's time to turn this humble mush into a velvety wonderland with my immersion blender. The soup turns smooth and velvety. I pour in the remaining lentils whole, and now it's rustic and textured again, but way more beautiful. Deep browns, glistening edges, little flecks of herbs floating through. It already feels homemade. But we're not done, not even close. Here's the kicker, banana bread. Cubed and baked low and slow for 3 hours until it becomes these chewy, crispy croutons with that sticky, caramelized sweetness. It sounds strange, but just wait till it hits that coconut cream. All right, now it's time for the Campbell's Tomato Soup. Very thick on initial glance. It reminds me of a thick ketchup, which is kind of strange. I thought it would have appeared a lot darker in color. It tastes like ketchup, guys. I swear. I think this is what they use in ketchup bases, but it's definitely way sweet. So we're definitely not gonna add sugar to this. Usually when I'm doing my tomato sauce, usually when I'm making a pasta sauce from scratch, I add a smidgen of sugar or some carrots to just up the sweetness profile just a little bit to round out the sauce. But this is killing it in the sugar department, so it doesn't need any more sugar. So I think I'm gonna add back some acidity with maybe some like a tomato salsa with the basil. We'll see. You gotta stay tuned to see what I do with this, but we're gonna add on a lot more flavor to this soup and just make it a lot more memorable and nutrient dense. So let's go. Can't wait. Now we're moving into deeper territory, the tomato glow up. We begin with fresh garlic, sliced thin and dropped into warm garlic-infused oil. They sizzle softly, turning gold at the edges, slowly darkening until just shy of bitter. I remove them just as they begin to curl, setting them aside like little savory petals. Now, finely diced red onions go in. I learned this from Madar Jaffrey. We're not rushing this. Let them caramelize, let them sing. The sugars release and deepen until they're soft, sweet, and brown like roasted fruit. A knob of butter goes in, melting right into those onions and bubbling into a deep bronze. The scent, it clings to everything in the best way. Add the garlic back in, plus a dusting of garam masala and a pinch of cayenne for heat. Then in goes the Campbell's Tomato Soup, plus a spoon of tomato paste to punch out the acidity. But here's where the flavor really blooms. Instead of water, I use warm, homemade chicken stock. It brings this glossy, savory depth that transforms the base into something full and slow cooked. I blend with my immersion blender, creamy, red, glossy, then drop in a bay leaf and let it rest. It's almost sensual at this point. But now, something special. This, my friends, is a fresh block of Parmesan cheese. I'm grating it fresh because I need the curls to be soft and fluffy for what I'm about to do next. On a baking tray, I spread the shredded Parmesan into 2 circles and into the oven it goes. I bake at 400 until the bubbling stops and set it aside so it can dry into this golden lace. This is a Parmesan crisp, crunchy, nutty, intense. One note, don't forget to remove them once cool or they'll glue themselves to the tray. Time for the big moment. The bowls are ready, the garnish is poised. For the tomato soup, I choose a vibrant blue bowl. To contrast with those ruby tones, I top it with a bright tomato cilantro salsa, then yes, the Parmesan crisp, golden, shatteringly thin. It rests like a crown over the bowl. And on the side, a perfect grilled cheese, buttery and crisp, begging to be dipped. Now for the lentil soup. It goes into an off-white ceramic bowl, letting the deep brown base take center stage. I swirl in the herbed coconut cream, letting it marble across the surface like silk. On top, those bacon bits and toasted coconut flakes with just a touch of banana bread croutons, warm, soft, and sweet. They float gently, soaking in the steam. It's savory, it's creamy, it's sensual, and it's all from 2 humble cans, completely transformed. All right, guys, we've officially glowed up our canned soups. And I must say, based on the presentation alone, if I may say so myself, they are looking fine.
This one is the least appetizing. It looks like I'm expecting it to taste. It's gonna be bland, flat, and boring.
Yeah.
Immediately, I'm drawn to this.
Mm-hmm.
This one looks like it's just gonna taste like a mouth of peas.
Right. Right.
Whereas this one, it looks hearty.
Yeah.
It's solid, it looks firm. Yeah. So this one is way more intriguing.
Yeah, you're ready to try.
All right, so.
Ready?
Yeah, let's go to this one first.
Definitely ketchup. It's a bowl of ketchup, guys.
No one would drink this. This tastes like a Bloody Mary. It's not soup. This is ketchup.
Yeah, it's really ketchup, guys.
All right, ready for this one?
Get some cheese. We got some basil and charred tomato salsa. We got Parmesan. Night and day. It's not even the same soup.
This, I could finish this bowl.
Yeah, we could finish this bowl. Like, we picked the tomatoes from the vine and we spent hours making this.
Wow, it's a little more acidic. This one tasted sweet. This one has a little acid in there, so it's way more sophisticated.
We put a little tomato paste in there.
I feel like I'm having an adventure.
Mm-hmm.
First, I started with just the soup.
Yeah.
Then I had some of the thing on top. Then I dipped the bread in there, and now I'm about to try the Parmesan crisp.
Wow, this is so good.
Oh yeah.
All right, so this is the lentil plain out of the can. Okay. It tastes like lentils. It's very soft, but it has an undertone of like a chemically taste to it. Like a metallic taste almost.
This tastes like something I would eat in a prison. And the peas are very soft. I don't like how soft the peas are.
Yeah, a little overcooked, eh? Ready?
All right, let's go.
So we gotta, I like to mix everything. The thyme, Just so much more character, so much more love.
Whoa, that's really good. Okay.
And a pop of bacon. And the crunch of the banana bread.
Whoa.
Guys, what do I have to say? I can cook.
Going from this to that, I would never believe anything could come good of this. Because this is so flat, boring, and just monotonous.
But guess what? At least you know with the cans, it's a decent base. If you're like really out of time, you don't want to like cut your own tomatoes and chop it up and stew it down and boil it for hours, you know, get the flavors concentrated.
Yeah.
At least you know there is an option.
I no longer will walk past the canned soup aisle. I put it like that because now it's like I know that I can do something great with them, especially this. This is my favorite.
Favorite as well. Mission accomplished.
You did it.
So there you have it. 2 store-bought soups turned into cozy, craveable meals with bold flavors, rich textures, and sides that slap. If you love this kind of blow up, make sure to check out my other episodes, whether it's boxed mac and cheese, instant ramen, or the humble ground beef, we're transforming it all. And if you want the full recipes, tools, or flavor boosters I use today, head to my website or hit that Amazon link in the description. Don't just cook, glow it up. See you next time. Whoop, 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 whoop.